Welcome back, everybody, to Rome and 105. 105 days since we watched Jannik Sinner play the Australian Open final where he beats Zverev and he lifted his third Grand Slam. And then, shortly after, he went to Doha. And during that first couple of days in Doha, he was banned. He left the premises, not to return for 3 months. And now, after 105 days, Jannik Sinner is back, and he's back at home. He's back in Rome. He didn't play Rome last year. Got injured. Had the hip injury last year. And now, he is taking on Navone, which is not an easy matchup. Navone is a clay court guy. He is not to be overlooked, but it could be worse. It could have been worse. There's a lot of tough players that are unseeded. It could have been worse. Good test for Sinner. First match back. We were expecting some rust. Let's see how he looks because he's coming up. They've never played before too, so it's a first time meeting, which will be both interesting for Navone, who's never played Sinner, but also for Sinner to play against somebody who's never played in the first match back in 105 days. It's been quick. It's gone quick. Maybe some of the Sinner fans out there, it's been slow. But it has felt like the 3 months went pretty quick, mainly because we're probably counting down the days because nobody else stepped up while Sinner was gone. Draper got better. Alcaraz won a couple. But there wasn't anyone who sort of took Sinner's place. We thought that maybe it was going to be Carlos. Maybe it was going to be Zverev, right? We thought that maybe those guys, number one ranking was on the line. Potentially they were, we thought they were going to do good. To be honest, it was probably Alcaraz who did step up, though. If you look at the rankings and look at what happened, Alcaraz won, he made semis of Indian Wells. He won 2 titles in Sinner's absence. He did win a title before Sinner got banned, technically, but Rotterdam. And then he made the final of Barcelona. He didn't play Madrid last week, of course. Zverev won a title too, but it was at home in Munich, and he wasn't great other than that. Draper obviously stepped up, won Indian Wells, Madrid final. Maybe Sinner would have stopped Draper from doing that, but we'll never know. So here we are. Jannik Sinner's back, the best player on the planet, and we'll see how he looks. I'm not expecting him to look great because he hasn't played for 3 months. Also, if you want to extend, because I know people, the people that don't think 3 months was long enough, and I know it won't make any difference to those people because some people just think you should have been banned for life. Sinner has only played 1 tournament in 6 months. So since the ATP finals last year, he only has played the Australian Open. So even though he was not banned between the Australian Open and or ATP finals and Australian Open, he has only played 1 tournament. We've only watched 7 matches in the last 6 months. That's not many. November 24, since the Davis Cup, my bad, Davis Cup. Since the Davis Cup. So 24th of November was the last time, since that time, he's only played 1 tournament. And he's only lost 2 sets since that time, but he's only played 7 matches. So since winning for Italy, where he beat Griekspoor in the final to help Italy win the Davis Cup for a second consecutive season, he has only played 1 tournament. So November 24 to now, 1 event. He's also on a bit of a win streak. He hasn't lost to somebody other than Alcaraz since Canada, which was back in August. So it's been, 9 months? 8 months since he's lost to on a win streak to against everybody except for Alcaraz. Last time he played on clay, of course, didn't play the Olympics. So last time was on clay was actually against Alcaraz. So yeah, last player to beat him was Alcaraz. Last clay court loss was against Alcaraz. So yeah, Alcaraz. We know Alcaraz is Sinner's biggest problem because he was the only man to beat Sinner multiple times last year. Even when Sinner was dominating, Alcaraz was a problem. Beijing, we thought, Alcaraz is going to struggle because Sinner's playing better than ever. But Alcaraz went, no, I am better than him. So that's where we're at. He's back. We're back. Tennis is complete again. No players are missing through suspension. At least not in the top of the game. We know Purcell's not here, but in terms of top 10, Swiatek did her month. We had the Halep thing going on for years, who was at the top of the game when she got banned. And now, Sinner's back. Here we go. We are back. Tennis is back. And now we can start getting some Sincaraz. I mean, we haven't had a Sincaraz match for the whole year because of this ban and the lack of tennis being played between, those guys. Sincaraz is first time we might get a Sincaraz potential matchup. Anyways, hopefully you're excited. Hopefully you're excited. Return of the King. The return of the King. And he is at home in front of this crowd, which was going to be loud. This is going to feel like Davis Cup. I think I heard you ran over the schedule, Cam. I mean, the schedule's shit anyway. It's always shit. Schedule just never does me a favor. Just, schedule is against me. But that's all right. I'm against the schedule, so I'll fight them to the death. I don't know what to do. I don't even know what we're going to watch tomorrow. I mean, Chad, how many of you are going to wake up at first thing in the morning with Sabalenka? I mean, I am, but are you? And then Alca's playing at stupid o'clock? Whatever. I'm sleeping on Monday. It's fine. I've already got a tough day tomorrow, so. Stand's already packed. Yeah, this is the most packed it's been all week, which is good. Feast City Pass. Yep, double header, great. Raducanu, cool. Yeah, I don't know. The schedule's just garbage. As long as Carlos can keep winning against him, I don't mind if he's killing the rest of the ATP. All right, return of the King, that's it. Can you give us updates on the Osaka match? Yeah, so Osaka was losing when I last checked. She's down a set, but she's about to go up a break in the second, so she's down, lost the first set 6-4 against Buzkova. All right, Sinner out on court. Here we go, chat. Here we go. Chat, doesn't it feel good? Doesn't it feel like we're back together, like the band's back together? Doesn't it feel like we're back? Chat, I tell you, I've said it many times in the last probably 9 months. Ever since before that US Open when he won Cincinnati and then the bombshell dropped and everyone was talking about, it was all about Sinner getting tested positive for two times and blah, 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 blah. Ever since that Cincinnati final, it's just been a dark cloud over the tennis world. It's just been a heavy weight put on, not just on Sinner, but on everybody in tennis. It's just been a darkness that has just been so heavy and so, and it's caused fights. People have been arguing, fighting, and there's enough of things going on in the world to fight about, but let's not fight about this. Let's enjoy this. There's so many things in the world that are so boring and so energy life-sucking. We don't need tennis to be that. And unfortunately, with this, it was a big dispute for a long time, and people were fighting, and it just felt so disappointing that tennis is just stooped down to the levels of something like other things that happen that make people get angry. But now, we're back, baby. He's back. He's wearing all black. Sinner's come out here dressed like he's going to a funeral. He wouldn't be wearing a hat, though. And the crowd's going nuts. We're back, baby. There, we're back. We're back. I'll tell you, on a personal note, when he got suspended for 3 months, it was a relief because it's over. 3 months, and now it's serious. It's in the rearview mirror, and we're going forward. We are going forward. We are back. Yeah, he's wearing all black because he's about to just murder the competition. He's going to... Watch out, ATP! He's back. The Sin Reaper is back. That's not a thing. We can make it a thing. He's back. How large the crowd? There's too many people there. They have to sit on each other's shoulders. All right, they're warming up. Here we go, chat. This is it, chat. This is it. He looks calm. Oh, he looks Darth Vader. Sinner's coming back as a Sith Lord. He left. He left as a Jedi, and he's come back as Darth Vader. God damn. He's wearing all the... He come back, he's like, I'm coming back angry. Oh, all right. Alcaraz was scared. He went to the football tonight. He's like, I'm going to go watch football. I don't want to see him. I don't want to watch that guy. He's scary. I think Alcaraz is the only man that's not afraid of this guy. At the moment, I mean, we'll wait and see. Imagine Sinner comes back better than he was. That would be crazy. Oh, Sinner comes back better than ever. That would be insane. I'll tell you what, though, on a positive note with the ban, him not being around, well, not so much him not being around, but him having 3 months forced break, physically is not a bad thing. You know, we do know that he has had trouble. I mean, this time last year, hip issues. You know, he was getting sick a lot, right? He was getting very sick. He had, cramping issues in matches as well, like the French Open semi-final. So he's had 3 months to figure out all of those things too, right? To get his body 100%, when everyone else is, slogging it out on the clay and the hard courts and trying to, do what they can. He's been able to probably been able to figure out all those little things. Why was I cramping last year? Why was I, what was my hip doing? Why was I sore? All those things that, because he was forced away from the tour. So let's see if any of those things come back or if all of those things are gone, because those things were part of, even though he wasn't holding back much last year, it was something that did sort of stop him. He got sick when the Medvedev match in Wimbledon, right? He got the hip injury before the French. He got cramp in the French, So we'll see if any of those things, if he's figured out those things. Because if he has, and he becomes like a physical machine, I mean, the game's there, the mentality's there, and then physically, if he's 100% all the time, how the hell are you going to beat that guy? How are you going to beat that guy? I don't know how you beat that guy. Because it was physically the only bit that maybe gave anybody a chance. If physically he just kind of broke down, but if he doesn't break down physically, you got no chance. He's going to serve first, by the way, as well. He's going to serve first in his first match back after 105 days. Andy Roddick was saying that he could do proper weight training, so it would be interesting to see the difference in strength. Yeah, he could get stronger. Exactly. Yeah. Because he wasn't allowed to practice with anybody on the ATP for a couple of months. So for the first month, he probably did more he wouldn't have done too much training, like tennis training. It was only the last month where he was allowed to hit with players and, he got Draper involved and got to have a hit with him. He had a hit with Berrettini, I think, as well. So it was only the last month where he's actually been able to play against other players, or practice against other players. Whereas the first 2 months, I'm sure the first month he probably just was like, peace out, I'm having a holiday. But then after the first couple of weeks, it was probably physical training. It was probably, a little bit of tennis, but mainly probably gym stuff, right? But we'll find out all those things. Also, we'll find out if Navone is this is a tough match to play. If you're Navone, luckily he's from Argentina, so he's probably used to those hostile environments when he's playing in Brazil or against Brazilians, or when he's playing, he's probably used to that football energy, right? Being from South America, so I don't think he'll get too frustrated. I mean, if this was somebody who didn't like people yelling and screaming, I can't think of anyone who's like that. But if he didn't like it, then maybe it would be a problem mentally to play in this environment. But I think Navone, I think he's ready for it. All right. Sinner to serve, chat. We are back. Tennis is complete again. We are back. We're back. We're back, baby. Sinner to serve. Who you got? I'm going to go Sinner in straights. I reckon he just comes out here like he didn't even miss a day. I reckon he's going to come out here and just go, yeah, I'm number one. Remember me? I won the Australian Open. Serve out wide as a fault. There might be a little rust early, but I think he wins in straights. Back in black. That's it. He's back in black. All right, second serve. Navone returns. Sinner forehand. Down the line. Navone's got on the stretch. Sinner. Forehand again. Navone's got it. Puts it up, but wide. Sinner wins the first point. 15-love. The crowd go wild. They go crazy. 15-love. You would have thought he won the match. 15-love. The fans are singing like a football match? Yeah. The return of their champion. 15-love. Serve. Into the forehand. Navone return. Is long. 30-love. It's crowded. Loving it. 30-love. 30-love. Serve again. Love. Sinner serves. A fault. Second serve. Second serve. In the backhand of Navone. Backhand from Sinner. Into the backhand of Navone. Sinner backhand. Again, the backhand of Navone is Sinner backhand again. Goes down the line. As Navone forehand. Sinner gets it with his forehand. Into the forehand of Navone. Goes down the line again. Backhand from Sinner is long. And 3 people clap. 30-15. 30-15. Sinner serves again. $30-15. Wonder if he shows any signs of nerves. We'll find out pretty early. Sinner gets to 40-15. First game of his comeback. 40-15. As a return from Navone goes into the back of the Sinner. Navone gets the point. Sinner overhits it. 40-30. You're looking very happy that Jannik is back too. Yeah, it just feels like it's like we can now move on, right? It's just like it feels like okay, that's over. And now it's good to have him back. As we're let out wide. 40-30. As we just serve again. As we default, second serve. Second serve. As a return goes into the form of Sinner. Slice Navone. Goes out. Sinner wins the first game of his comeback. 1-love. Jannik Sinner. Oh, man. By the way, chat, we're not... I just want to say this up front. This is a celebration. As the crowd celebrate Sinner's return, we're celebrating Sinner's return. Now, if you don't like Jannik Sinner, or if you think that he should have been banned longer, or if you think that, if you're just hating, we're not here for that. So you keep that yourself, or, leave, you can leave. But we're here to celebrate his return. And a lot of people in the chat are here to celebrate his return as well. So, this is a party. This isn't a... whatever you want it to be, all right? So we're here to support, and we're here to celebrate the return of the best player on the planet. And if you're not into that, then just quietly keep to yourself. Appreciate it. All right, one love Sinner. Because we're not turning this into a debate whether he should have been banned longer. It is what it is. It's over. And we're moving on. As the return goes in, the forehand of Navone. Sinner backhand on the stretch. Navone forehand cross. Sinner gets it. On the stretch again as Navone goes to the backhand of Sinner. That's a great shot from Sinner. Love 15. I'll tell you this, Chad, as well. Another reason why I'm so excited is that it's not that the tennis has not been. It is actually kind of. The tennis hasn't been as good on the ATP, right? Alcaraz has had his moments. Draper's been good. You know, we've seen some really good tennis from him. But the standard of ATP since Sinner hasn't been around has dropped consistently, right? When Sinner was around, there was a consistency. You know? There was a consistently extremely high level. And it forces everybody else to get better. And yeah, Draper's been great, right? He's stepped up. And Alcaraz has had his moments. But it hasn't been consistently good. You know, we're getting a lot of upsets, or we've had a lot of upsets. So that's why I'm excited for Sinner to be back too, because the consistently high level of tennis from him is going to hopefully bring everybody up to that level and hopefully maintain that level more. Because you didn't have to maintain that level when he was around. If you don't maintain that level now, you're not going to beat this guy. You have to be as good as this guy if you're going to win stuff now, because he's back. He's going to force everyone to be better again. Anyways, love 30. He's about to break. All right, love 30. Navone. God, you got to feel bad for Navone, don't you? A little bit. He had a good first round win too. And he's going to have to earn every point and get no praise for it today. 15-30. As Navone serves again. I agree, ATP needs Sinner. Yeah. I think that's probably what we learned in the last 3 months the most, right? That how things were with no Sinner it wasn't as fun. As it goes out by Sinner down the line, 30-all. How does Sinner look? Bit rusty. He looks okay. I mean, he's played probably 10 points. So ask me at the end of the set. We can assess the standard at the end of the set. All right, serve again. Into the back of the Sinner. You can't get that. Good serve, Navone. And it's 40-30. Serve again. Into the forehand of Sinner. Return the forehand of Navone. Sinner with a forehand to the backhand of Navone. Down the line is long and it's deuce. We get to deuce. All right, serve again. Into the back of the Sinner, but it's a let. Serve again. As we just serve in the forehand of Sinner. Return goes to forehand of Navone. Backhand of Sinner. Into the backhand of Navone is Sinner. Again to the Navone backhand. Sinner with a forehand again to the Navone backhand. Sinner's forehand again. Goes wide as he tries to change direction. Advantage Navone. Sinner playing in all black kind of gives me Federer vibes. Yeah, he does have that. He does, doesn't he? It does kind of have Federer vibes for sure. Chad, I totally forgot how clean Sinner hits the ball. I know he missed that last shot, but he's like consistently hits it deep in the court too. Like it's just like, God. Like, yeah, he's made a couple of errors early, obviously, but God, the way when he hits the ball, it's like every time it's a dangerous shot. Navone, though, with a great forehand winner, it's 1-1. And he's obviously not going to come out here and play the same as he was in the Australian Open final straight away. But, God, his depth of shot and just his, his timing is just so clean. And he's only going to get... Well, we know he's only going to get better because he's only going to get more matches, and that's going to make him better. Okay, 1-1. Navone wins a game. All right, Sinner to serve again. Serving to the forehand of Navone. Return goes into the forehand of Sinner. Oh, Sinner hits a wide. Just hit it a little bit late. Love 15. Love 15. Serve again. Into the forehand of Navone. Return goes short. Sinner hits it straight to Navone's backhand, and Sinner's in trouble as Navone on the attack. Comes to the net. Sinner with a pass. In the net. Love 30. Okay. Sinner just sort of hesitated when he was going to the net there. He decided to stay back, and Navone caught him out. Love 30. Big chance now for Navone to get a break early. Hey, Ryan. Thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate that. All right. Love 30. Sinner serves again. Serve out wide's good. The return goes to the forehand of Sinner. As Navone inside out of the backhand of Sinner as Navone backhand goes wide. 15-30. 15-30. Serve again from Sinner. By the way, the people that are freaking out about the comparison between Sinner and Federer, we're talking about his clothes. As we, come on. Backhand winner from Sinner, it's 30-0. We were talking about his outfit. Please stop freaking out about that. We're literally talking about his shirt. We're not talking about anything else but the way he is dressed. So no need to get angry. We're not comparing Federer and Sinner in any other way but the fact that they both wear the same color once before. That's all it is. It's not that deep. 30-0. 30-0. You can say that two people are wearing the same colored shirt. It's okay. We have not compared Federer in any other way. Except that they've both been world number one and won the Australian Open. Anyways, Navone hits a winner, 30-40. Chance for a break here, Navone. All right. All right, 30-40. Yeah, we're not fighting today. There's no fighting. This is a celebration of the return of the best player on the planet. No fighting. Alcaraz fans, be on your best behavior. 30-40. All right. No fighting. No fighting. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Navone, a chance to break early here. Serve goes in the backhand of Navone. Return is good to the backhand of Sinner. Navone. Backhand again to the backhand of Sinner. As Navone forehand goes in the net. Sinner, great depth. Must have hit the back of the line. And we get to deuce. All right, back to deuce. By the way, Naomi Osaka, for those asking, 4-1 up in the second. Was down. I lost the first 6-4 though. But he's up 4-1 in the second. We were going to watch her, but the schedule just didn't allow, and we had to watch Sinner. So we had to clear the way for Sinner because this is just too important of a match to be diluted. But hopefully Osaka wins so we can watch it in a couple of days. All right. That goes out by Navone. Advantage Sinner. Advantage Sinner. Advantage Sinner. Sinner serves again. And a bit of serve out wide the backhand of Navone. Sinner comes in. Navone with a slice lob. And Sinner with a bounce smash winner. And he gets lucky. He hit the tape. I don't know why he made that awkward. Darren Cahill laughing, going, oh, that was lucky. He hit like, I don't even know what that was. It was a bounce smash that he tried to hit in the net. I don't know why. 2-1. Cahill, like Darren Cahill was just like, yeah, good one. That was funny. Good one. Don't do it again. Don't ever do that again. All right, 2-1. Oh, man. All right. How we doing, chat? Are we having fun? Are we having fun? I took Sinner 2-0 and Osaka while down. Okay. His smile at Cahill was just, it was awesome. Yeah, he's just like, yep, all right, I'm not ready. I'm not back to my best yet, but I won the game, so who cares? He nearly hit that smash in the net. The unmissable smash. Random question, at which point during the service motion do you decide where you're going to serve the ball? I mean, it depends. Most of the time it's before you even toss the ball up. Because what usually happens, if you ever play tennis, at least for me, tossing the ball up and then figuring it out when the ball's in the air is never going to work. If you change your mind when the ball's in the air, then you're probably going to hit a fault. So usually players come out and it's usually when they're like looking down the other end in their like ready position to serve, right? And they look and they go, okay, I'm going to serve it wide. And then they toss it up and then they do it. They don't usually change their mind mid-air unless the ball toss sort of goes somewhere, then maybe it gets forced to go somewhere else. But it's pretty much like before they even start their action. They will know where they're going to serve. Because if you change your mind last minute, same with the forehands and backhands, if it goes, like unless you're reacting to somebody hitting, if the ball's coming to your forehand and you can see it's coming to your forehand, you're going to make the decision, I'm going to hit the ball here. Because if you change your mind last minute on the forehand or backhand as well, you can make errors. So they know, especially on serve, right? They know ahead of time where, before they even start their action, where they're going to probably serve. It's only when the ball toss is a little bit weird that maybe they change their mind mid. But again, it never works if you change your mind mid ball toss. Love 15. And yeah, you toss the ball up differently sometimes to hit different spots. Some players, do toss the ball up differently they try not to. They try and make it the same ball toss for every serve, kick serves, everything. So, Federer had the greatest of that. But yeah, players do toss the ball in certain areas of the sky to then hit the ball to certain parts of the court as well. So, again. Love 30. Good question, though. Good question. You cringe, guys. He took the net with the smash. Must cry. Bro, that made no sense. Love 30. Serve out wide the front of Sinner. Return goes in the front of Navone. Sinner backhand on the stretch. Navone backhand again to the backhand of Sinner, who goes down the line. Great shot, Sinner. Navone gets it. As Sinner forehand inside out. Navone over the pass is out. Sinner's backhand is going crazy. Love 40. Love 40. Love 40. Here we go. Sinner with the break points. Love 40. As we get a backhand return now to the backhand of Navone. Sinner with a forehand. Into the forehand of Navone. Navone hits a winner. Beautiful shot. 15-40. Thanks, Deb. 15-40. Still break point here for Sinner. 15-40. As Navone serves a let. Serve again. By the way, Shelton's down a set and a break against Munar. Maybe no surprise. Munar is a clay court guy, or can play on clay. Backhand goes into the forehand Navone. Backhand for Sinner again. To the backhand of Navone. Sinner with the forehand of the stretch. Navone on the attack. As Sinner goes backhand to backhand with Navone. Off the tape from Navone. Doesn't make it over. Sinner breaks 3-1. Sinner takes the break. 3-1. Robocop's back. He is, isn't he? The Terminator. Terminator is back. Sinner is a Terminator for sure. All right, 3-1. Sinner with that break. Crowd love it. The crowd love it. Okay. Sinner serving with a break. Serves the forehand Navone. Return goes in the backhand of Sinner. Navone backhand into the backhand of Sinner. There's Navone backhand again on the stretch. Sinner down the line. Goes in. Navone slice goes long. 15 love. What are your thoughts on who is better, Sinner or Alcaraz? I feel like right at this point in time, it's almost like that's two different questions. Who is better when they play? Alcaraz. But who is better week in, week out? Sinner, right? So I feel like it depends on what you're asking me. Are you asking me who is better overall, like, week in, week out? Sinner. But who is better when they play? Well, it's Alcaraz, because look at the record, the last couple of matches, right? 30 love. But consistency makes Sinner better, right? The consistency is a huge plus. All right, 30 love. But if Alcaraz gets more consistent and he knows how to beat Sinner, then I don't know. At their best, maybe it's Alcaraz. Like, Alcaraz might be, if they play their best tennis, Alcaraz is probably better. But again, that's because if they play each other, right? But if Alcaraz plays his best tennis more often, I don't know. I don't know. Is Alcaraz's ceiling slightly higher? Probably, because he's got more variety. So it's close, and it's awesome that we can have this discussion because who knew that we're going to have this discussion so soon after Nadal and Federer and Djokovic era had ended, right? And now we're talking about these two guys that are super high level. 30-15. There's a receiver now the backhand of Navone. Return goes in the forehand of Sinner. There's Navone down the line to the backhand of Sinner, to the backhand of Navone. Sinner with a forehand inside out to the backhand again of Navone. Sinner, forehand down the line, is a winner. 40-15. 40-15. You talked yourself into a corner? What do you mean? I'm just talking out loud. All right, 40-15. There's a bit of serve. There's a let. Peak Alcaraz is better than Sinner, and average Sinner is better than Alcaraz. Yeah. Okay, I know what you're saying. Yeah. Look, either way, either way, it's an exciting time. That's why it's so good to have Sinner back. And I think Alcaraz might be excited to have Sinner back too, because it's going to probably force him to level up again. As we just slice in the line, that's a winner, Navone. Great pickup, 40-30. $40-30. I've missed this pure ball striking. Oh, yeah. When Sinner hits the ball, you just don't think, he doesn't miss. when he hits it, you're just like, you're full confidence watching him going, yeah, every time he gets the ball, it's going to go in. And it's probably going to be a really hard shot to get back. He is such a clean hitter. He's the cleanest hitter on tour right now. Like Alcaraz, he might have more variety, but he doesn't hit as clean. He does make errors. He does shank. He does overhit. Overhit it long and try to go for too much. Whereas Sinner, like every time he goes for it, you just know that it's gonna be a good shot. Like he rarely makes bad errors. As he puts that forehand away, and it's 4-1. Unless there's a bit of rust, but I mean he's starting to get better and better already. 4-1. All right. All right. Last Thursday, I went to the LTA to record a voiceover for Hawkeye. Oh, really? Is it going to be played at the tournament or what's up? That's funny. That's cool, though. Medvedev admitted that he had never played against such a top level. He said he used to think that Alcaraz was slightly better, but changed his mind. Yeah, I mean, look, but then, different players are going to like different players, like matchup-wise, Medi probably feels like he's got more chance against Alcaraz because Alcaraz does make errors, and if Medi can just get more balls back, but, I mean, Sinner doesn't make errors, right? So if someone for like Medvedev, I'm assuming that you're saying that Medi said Sinner was higher, like harder to play, but that could just be a matchup issue, right? It's all for tournaments except for Wimbledon. Oh, that's cool. That's going to be fun. So we're going to hear your voice at the Queen's Club. Is Navone a high-level or low-level player? He is a decent clay courter. I wouldn't call him a high-level clay courter, but I wouldn't say low-level. Like, Navone is a clay courter. And he is, I mean, okay, let's talk about Navone for a bit, just to give, like, again, to kind of, because some people might come in and be like, oh, Sinner's playing nobody. It's like, well, not really. Maybe you just don't watch enough of the sport to know who Navone is. Navone hasn't won the French Open, but he is a clay courter. This is his favorite surface, right? He hasn't won a title yet. He was 29 in the world midway through last year. And he has made 2 finals of ATP events. 500 in Rio, that was last year, and then also in Romania last year. So 2 clay court finals last year. Unfortunately, lost both of them, but did make 2 finals. He also, on the Challenger circuit, won a bunch of clay court titles over the time. So clay is his thing. Like, this is his... He loves this surface. He loves this surface. He made the second round of the French Open last year in his first main draw attempt. And his best wins on the clay by players of rank. Let me have a look. So clay court wins by ranking. He beat Runa. That was in Buenos Aires back at the start of this year. He actually beat Runa in straight sets. Huge win. Best clay court win of his career. He beat Auger-Aliassime this year in Munich. So he's had a couple of good wins this year. Bucharest last year, he beat Cerundolo. He also beat Musetti in Rio. In a Challenger final last year as well. In Cagliari. I think it's in Italy. You know the name. It's somewhere in Europe. He beat Musetti in the final, which we all know who Musetti is, on a clay court. He beat Norrie last year in Rio on a clay court as well. All of those matches, bar one, were straight sets as well. So, yeah. He did lose in Madrid last week in a 3-set epic to Runa. Last year, he lost to Shelton in a 3-set epic this year in Madrid. Last year, he lost to Runa in a 3-set epic in Madrid. So, again, he's only been losing. He lost to the Olympics to Musetti last year, which, of course, Musetti went on to win a medal. So that's sort of where, again, is he a high-level clay court player? Well, no. You would say that, those kind of guys would be, Rude, right? Runa, Alcaraz. They're the high-level guys. Probably be about mid-level guy on clay. A mid-level. A decent clay courter that should not be overlooked. 40-30. And a good first match for Sinner to come back on clay, to go against somebody who knows what the hell they're doing on this surface and is going to make him play some clay tennis, right? If he was playing against somebody who was not a clay court guy, then, you know, maybe it wouldn't be the best test. All right. By the way, Osaka's about to win the second set in her match. All right. Here we go. We got a fault second serve. Four-two Sinner with the break. As we return now into the net from Navone. 15 love. 15 love. As we just serve again. As the return goes in to the forehand of Sinner. Forehand now from Navone. Into the back of the Sinner. Sinner hits a winner. 30 love. 30 love. By the way, chat, so I don't know if maybe some of you came in late, but today we're not fighting. There's no fighting today. It's Sinner's first match back. It's a celebration of return of the best player on the planet. We're celebrating the fact that now tennis is back to normal, as normal as it can be. So just please, no fighting. We're not, you know, if you Alcaraz fans, if you're going to come in and fight, okay, but just don't do it here. Keep it to yourselves. Sinner fans aren't going to come into the Alcaraz match tomorrow and fight, and we're not going to allow it if they do. So we're celebrating Sinner, so let's keep it civil. Lovely volley, Sinner, 40 love. It's been 105 days some of the Sinner fans have been waiting, so come on. Respect their patience through this, all right? They've waited a long time for this matchup. We've gone through a lot of BS, and we don't want that BS here. There's enough BS on Twitter about this guy, all right? They've had to deal with all that shit, all right? We don't want to deal with that. 40 love. So please be respectful. Now, Sinner serves a let. Oh, it was a late call. It's a late call by the umpire. At least for this match. In the next match, we'll go back to normal. But for this match, at least for this first match, just respect. Let's just try and keep it nice. All right. As we return now into the forehand of Sinner, that's a winner. 5-2 Sinner. 5-2 Sinner. God, he does look scary in the black. In the all black, he does look imposing. He does have a vibe. But he's wearing that all black. It's like, oh God. He came here and chose violence. 5-2. 5-2. Yeah, look, Ashley and Peaches, please. I know you're only making jokes and stuff, but we just don't want anyone, we don't want things kicking off, all right? We don't want things kicking off because you guys are fine. You joke around, have fun. But just, come on. Other people might not find it funny, you know what I mean? And then they kick off and then shit hits the fan and then Deb's got to do more to do, you know? And that goes for you too, Leo. You just relax, all right? Jesus. Stop picking. You're picking fights too, mate. Stop picking fights. All right. It feels like the day Michael Jordan returned to basketball. That's it. It's kind of, maybe. Possibly. Sinner does look good. Good, terrifying in black. Yeah, he does. All right. This crowd are gone crazy, by the way. Reminds me of Roger US Open 2007 kit. Yeah, it does. It does have a Federer vibe, the outfit, for sure. It definitely has that US Open Federer scare, like that I don't even know, like that intimidation. I love it. Anyways, return goes into the forehand of Navone. Forehand from Sinner. Goes out. 15 love. 15 love. 15 love. As Navone serves again. As the return goes into the back end of Navone. Forehand out from Sinner. Again, the back end of Navone. And Sinner forehand. Into the forehand of Navone in the stretch. Sinner backhand down the line in the net. Ooh. 30 love. He won't be missing those in a couple of matches. 30 love. 30 love. Do we know if there's going to be a 6-king slam this year? There's nothing's been announced, so I don't think so. I doubt it. All right, served in the tee is a fault from Navone. Second serve. Second serve. As the return goes into the backhand of Navone. Slice from Sinner in the net. And it's 40 love. 40 love. As Navone tries to make Sinner serve for the set. 40 love. As we're to serve again. And the return goes in the net. Navone holds. Nobody claps. And it's 5-3. Sinner will serve for the set. All right. Navone's done well here. This is not an easy thing to do. To play Jannik Sinner in Rome on any day is hard. But to play Jannik Sinner in Rome on the day of his comeback after he's been banned for 3 months, and I'm sure that 99.9% of the crowd think was unfairly banned, right? So they're even more excited because they're like, yes, the unjust ban is over. And Navone's got to deal with all that shit. Plus, he's playing the best player on the planet. He's holding his own, but, obviously Sinner hasn't been sitting on the couch for 3 months watching Netflix. 15 love. He might have watched that Carlos documentary, but I don't know. Maybe not. All right. 5-3, 15 love. Sinner serving for the set. As that goes out by Sinner, and it's 15-all. 15-all. Serve again. 15-all. Sinner serves again. Here's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Navone. Sinner returns with the backhand into the backhand of Navone. Sinner backhand goes, off the back of the line. Navone with an air swing. And it's 15-all. Sorry, 30-15. Navone unlucky. God, Sinner's depth of shot, though, is crazy. He hasn't lost that. 30-15. By the way, Osaka won the second set 6-3. 6-3 second set. So she's going to a third against Buzkova. All right, Sinner serves again. Sinner with a serve. Here's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. double fault. All right. Little chance here for Navone to break back. 30 all. Hamburg next week. Yeah, he's on the list for that, but I don't think he'll play if he does well here. I think Hamburg was just in case he lost early here. I would be shocked if he played Hamburg after winning Rome, That would be a little bit of a surprise to me. There's a bit of serve again from Sinner. And the return goes in the forehand to Sinner. And Sinner hits a winner, 40-30. Set point. 40-30. 40-30 to take the first set in his comeback. 40-30. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. As a return from Navone goes to forehand to Sinner. Navone backhand. Into the forehand to Sinner again to the back of Navone. Sinner forehand cross. Goes long. And we get to deuce. We get to deuce. Now Navone hanging in. We get to deuce. Sinner serves. Into the forehand. Navone goes in the net. Advantage. Sinner. Advantage Sinner. To take this first set. All right, set point number 2. Serve. Into the back of Navone. Return into the forehand of Sinner. Navone. Forehand goes wide. Sinner wins the first. And he just taps the ball away and just shakes the racket. He looks so scary, chat. He's back, baby. Oh, I'll tell you, chat. I know that Sinner fans will definitely disagree with this, but I know a lot of people probably thought, Sinner was maybe a little robotic. He wins, he was winning too easily and it was kind of a little bit stale. It was, oh man, he doesn't show emotion. It's a little bit, but I'll tell you, I've missed that. I've missed that. Seeing that happen, seeing him just go, yeah, I'm here. That that cold, dead, icy stare. I missed that. 11 winners, 11 errors from Sinner. 6 winners and 7 errors from Navone. Oh, that icy stare, chat. Missed that too? Yeah. Just that serious, like, I'm number one. I'm back. It's so scary. All right. I never underestimated Sinner. He is winning Rome. Okay. That's what I loved about him. The calm focus. Yeah. But just that serious, look at the coaches and just shake the racket. We got this. The confidence. It's, chilling. And someone said Sinner might be rusty. Look, was that the best Sinner's ever played? No. 11 winners, 11 errors. That's not great. That's not great for Sinner. But, we're used to seeing him hit, 10 winners and 4 errors, right? So, yeah, it wasn't the best set of tennis, but he's just got to play better than the guy across from him, and he's doing that. And he's only going to get better. 11 winners, 11 errors in the first set of his comeback after 105 days of not playing competitive tennis. Everyone else would take that, wouldn't they? He looks like the Terminator, and I'm here for it. Yep. I'll tell you, Chad, if he just... And I hope it hasn't happened because I want Navone to... I think Navone's done really well to dealing with this situation. But I'd say if Sinner just whacked Navone in 20 minutes in this set, 6-1 or something, and hit like one error and 20 winners, that would send a scare through everybody in the tour. Everyone on the ATP, I think a little P would come out. Like, it's just, you know what I mean? Like, scare. Anyways, 15 love. Navone serving first in the second. 15 love. As Navone serves again. And he loses the second point, 15-0. The Iceman, he is the Iceman. Cerundolo beat Jarry. That was intense, yeah. Cerundolo Sinner fourth round. I'm for it. Let's get it. Let's get that match because Cerundolo's been really good on clay this year. He has been one of the tougher clay court guys. So I'd love to see Sinner versus Cerundolo. Night match on Monday night? Not Monday, sorry, like Tuesday night. As that lob goes up from Sinner, but it's long and it's 15 love. So 30-15, my bad. 30-15. Cerundolo beats Sinner here in 2023 as well. Ooh, okay. There we go. We need that match. We got Fokina lost today, so we don't get the Fokina Sinner match, which would have been fun. But we do. Cerundolo Sinner, we need that fourth round. We need that fourth round. That is a fire matchup. And we're going to get it. We'll find out a lot. It's a learning match because we'll know how is Sinner, how back is Sinner, but also how good is Cerundolo. Because Cerundolo, I think, lost to Alcaraz a couple of times this year, but he's been very consistent. As a bit of drop shot Sinner, Navone can't get it. 30-0. Like Cerundolo's, would we say top 5 clay quarters of the year, maybe? Would you put Cerundolo top 5 in clay court tennis in 2025? Lovely drop shot from Sinner. For sure. I mean, look, Alcaraz, Runa, Draper, Rude, Cerundolo. Maybe Zverev. I don't know. But Zverev hasn't been consistent enough. Cerundolo's been like consistently like semi-finals, quarterfinals on clay this year. So, I'd put him in top 5. Which would be great to see Sinner play him, in the fourth round. They've both got to win their third rounds and Sinner has to win this. But I would love that match. As with a forehand from Navone into the forehand of Sinner. Sinner hits it long. 40-30. 40-30. Zverev won Munich. Is that a joke for you? No, did I say that? All right, 40-30. As with a fault. Second serve. Second serve. As we return now to the back of Navone. Backhand from Sinner. Into the forehand of Navone. Crossed into the forehand of Sinner. Sinner in the net. Navone holds 1-love in the second. Okay. 1-0. 1-0. Cerundolo beating Zverev twice isn't a joke either. Exactly. 1-love. Demon is playing. I think Demon's playing soon. He's not on court yet, but he will be playing soon. I think he was playing maybe after the Shelton match. Or he's after Osaka, maybe. Okay. Did you see Zverev being super disrespectful to the interviewer? No, I didn't. Zverev won... wait, did you see Zverev? What was he doing? What do you mean? What interview? Like the press conference? Were they asking questions that were silly or what happened? What was it? What was the context? He won Munich, which was an ATP 250 draw, One tournament win doesn't make him consistent. Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, I don't put Zverev in the top 5 because, yeah, he won Munich, but who'd he beat? And also, what else has he done? Like, Zverev's probably top 6, maybe top 7, but, I mean, Musetti's got to be in there, right? I mean, you've got to put Musetti ahead of Zverev, 2025 clay. So, yeah, Munich doesn't mean much. No, sorry, Munich is not a big deal. Barcelona was a bigger deal. Winning Barcelona was a bigger deal for Rune. 30 love. As we just serve now from Sinner. And the return goes out by Navone. 40 love. And that's not to say Zverev's not going to win this tournament, but I'm just saying, like, Cerundolo has been consistent and scary. Well, Zverev's parents, imagine that. Sinner's parents are watching. Zverev's parents are probably watching on TV. 40 love. It was with a fault second serve. Well, his dad will be watching because he needs to do some scouting. All right, 40 love. No way Shelton is out. Of course, I mean, why are we shocked that Shelton lost? On a slow clay court. I mean, we know that Rome is the worst court for somebody like a Shelton. It's not a surprise. And Munar is a Spanish clay court kind of guy who I think trained at Rafael Nadal Academy, which have clay courts, but also hard courts. But he's Spanish, so it shouldn't be too much of a shock, should it? Fritz losing to Giron was a bigger shock, I think. All right, 40-15. Navone returns back into Sinner. Back into Navone. Again, back into Sinner. There's Navone forehand to the forehand to Sinner. That drop shot's good. Navone can't get it. 1-1. 1-1 in the second. Sinner wearing all black. Yeah, he is. He is. He came here in a serious mood. Okay. 1-1. Back to Navone. All right, back to Navone. There's a bit of return now from Sinner. Goes long. 15 love. 15 love. There's a bit of serve again from Navone. As the return goes into the forehand Navone. Forehand now from Sinner to the forehand Navone. Sinner forehand. Again to the forehand Navone. Sinner with the backhand cross. Navone gets it. It's Sinner forehand again to the back of Navone. And Navone hits it long. 15-0. $15-0. $15-0 as Navone serves again. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Serve to the back of the Sinner. Return goes in the forehand Navone. Sinner backhand. Into the back of Navone as Navone hits it wide. 15-30. Chance for a break early here, Sinner. $15-30. $15-30. As serve again from Navone. As a return from Sinner goes into the forehand Navone. Sinner backhand again to the forehand Navone. Sinner starts to take over. Navone forehand on the stretch. Sinner goes down the line, but it's wide. Ooh, Sinner's starting to starting to go for shots here. It's a little scary now. 30 all. You can tell he's getting confident, Sinner, because he's trying to go for those ridiculous sort of shots. All right, 30 all. There's a return from Sinner in the net. Navone, 40-30. Okay. 40-30. Navone to stay in front. Sinner will lose. What, today or eventually? What are you talking about? Peter, I don't know if you were here earlier before, but we're trying to have a nice time. So if you don't want Sinner to win, then maybe don't be here. Or keep it to yourself. Respectfully. As a forehand, into the forehand Navone, down the line of the backhand of Sinner. Navone forehand, inside out to win up. 2-1. 2-1 Navone. Good hold. So great to see Sinner back. He's my Federer fangirl replacement. Hey, fair enough. Well, he's rocking the Federer outfit today, so... Okay. Here we go. 2-1 Navone stays in front. Also in other news, Osaka up a break in the third in her match against Buzkova. So that's good. South American clay start after AO. Yes, it does. Osaka is doing good so far. She is fighting back slowly, yeah. Sinner goes on to a 20-year winning streak confirmed. What, he's going to play until he's, 43? That'd be crazy. That would be crazy. All right. 2-1. 2-1. Let's see if Navone can do any damage here. A lot of people in the crowd. I don't think there is a seat available. Even though apparently there's like a football match going on somewhere around. But it doesn't matter. They're like, we're watching our man. You know, we're watching our guy. And then they'll go watch the whatever else is going on. It was sold out before the match? Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, there is not a seat left. All right. Sinner to serve. 2-1 Navone. As Navone returns into the backhand of Sinner. Forehand Navone. Into the forehand of Sinner. Down the line to the backhand of Navone. Sinner drop shot. Navone gets it with a slice. But Sinner's going to get that forehand and hit a cross-court winner. 15 love. Navone trying to do a drop shot off a drop shot, but Sinner was too quick. Tom.
Thanks for the grind from As. Get yourself a pineapple pizza MMM.
Thank you for the $20. Appreciate that. I don't eat pineapple pizza. I'm allergic, but I appreciate the 20. Appreciate the nice words as well. Thank you, Tom. It is 4 a.m. in Australia, and I have to get up in 6 hours for Mother's Day. Anyways, 4-0 from Sinner. Oh, he just pushes it wide, and it's 15 all. Alcaraz went to the soccer match next door. Yeah, I saw that today. Good for him. All right, 15 all. Serve again. $15 all. Serve out wide the forehand of Navone. Return the forehand of Sinner. Navone can't get that one. And it's 30-15. 30-15. 30-15. Sinner serves again. Serving to the backhand of Navone. Backhand of Sinner to the backhand of Navone. Down the line of the forehand of Sinner. As Navone into that Sinner backhand. Navone forehand again. Cross court into the forehand of Sinner. And then Sinner in the net. 30 all. 30 all. Sinner with another serve. All. Sinner serves. No, he doesn't. Ooh. Changed his mind. Sinner serves again. A let. All right. Serve again. As a return, goes in the forehand of Sinner. And Sinner hits it out. Navone 30-40. A chance to take the break in the second. All right, 30-40. As we get a fault from Sinner, second serve. As a return goes in the net from Navone, and Sinner survives. Deuce. We get the deuce. Zverev on Munich is... Oh, I already read that. All right, deuce. Serve again. Here's a fault, second serve. By the way, there's a police helicopter flying over the stadium. I don't know if they're here to watch the tennis or if they're just patrolling the area. But yeah, police helicopter flying around. Anyways, return goes in the backhand of Sinner. Backhand out from Navone. Into the backhand of Sinner. It's Navone backhand. Into the backhand of Sinner. Again, the backhand of Navone. Sinner with another backhand. Navone again to that Sinner backhand. He goes down the line. Navone gets a forehand. Sinner backhand cross. Navone slices it back. Sinner's forehand into the corner. Navone puts up a lob. Sinner with a smash. Too good. Advantage Sinner. Advantage Sinner. Advantage Sinner. As we just serve again from Sinner. This is a fault. Second serve. Helicopters are monitoring the soccer fans. Oh, okay. Is that normal? As we return into the backhand of Sinner. Backhand out from Navone to the backhand of Sinner. As Navone backhand into the Sinner backhand. He guesses right. Navone with a forehand in the net. 2-2. 2-2. All right. 2 games all, second set. Okay. You think Feast can trouble Sinner and Alcaraz in the future? I think so. I mean, he troubled Alcaraz already this year. All right, 2 all in the second. Lazio versus Juventus can be violent. Oh, okay. So that's why they're patrolling. Okay. All right, 2-0 as Navone double faults. Who won? It was 1-1. 1-1. Lazio apparently scored a goal in the 96th minute, according to the internet, which is probably what that noise was before. If it just finished, they survived. So maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's what that loud noise was before. Anyways, love 15. Return goes to forehand to Navone. It's in a slice. Goes long, and it's 15-all. I could hear the football fans really clearly watching the Shelton match. Yeah. As the return goes out by Sinner on the 30-15. Osaka, by the way, up a break in the third against Buzkova, 3-2. 30-15. As Navone serves. Into the back end of Sinner. Return goes long. 40-15. 40-15. As Navone serves a fault. Second serve. There's a return from Sinner into the forehand of Navone. Forehand from Sinner goes out, and it's 3-2. Navone keeps in front in the second set. And again, respect for Navone. I mean, he has done well, considering how impossible this situation must feel. Respect to him. Respect to him for being as composed as he has been. All right. Navone was top 30 last year based on clay results. Yeah, exactly. We know how good he is on clay. He's decent. I wouldn't put him as one of the best clay court players on the planet, but he's definitely a decent clay courter, which is a good test for Sinner. And he's put up a fight. I like it. Got to respect it. Don's played well, but I reckon Sydney bottom 4 this year. Hey, we'll take it. I don't care if they're bottom 4, top 4. I don't give a shit if Sydney. I don't care. We beat them. We beat Sydney. I don't care where they finish on the ladder. We beat them. That's all that matters. A win is a win is a win. Can Draper into the top 3 this year? Possibly. Yeah. I mean, if Zverev doesn't do well at the French, there could be an opening. Navone serving a lot better than Sinner. Need him to get some more first serves in the set. Fair enough. Is it a full moon? I swear when I went outside yesterday, it was not a full moon. Is it a full moon? Did anyone else, by the way, Chad, did anyone else see that meteor hit the moon? That was creepy. Anyone else see that footage? That was spooky. Shout out to the moon for saving our ass again. All right. 3-2. The moon's just taking asteroids for us, chat. It's taking a bullet. That could have got us. The moon said, I'm here. 15 love. Where are they playing in Italy? They're playing in Rome. 15 love. As the return goes into the forehand. Sinner backhand now from Navone. Sinner drop shot. Into the net. 15-all. 15-all. Serve again. As a fault from Sinner. Second serve. Serve the forehand Navone. Back in a Sinner. Into the forehand Navone. A Sinner. Again to the forehand Navone. Down the line's good. Sinner gets there with a slice. Navone on the attack. Inside our forehand. Slice from Sinner goes wide. Navone. He's been good at times. 15-30. He's not afraid. You got to respect it. 15-30. Hey, no worries, Craig. Thank you for joining us, mate. Appreciate it. From Jersey, what's up? Shout out to New Jersey. I love The Sopranos. I'm sure you get that all the time. 15-30. Sopranos goated show. First serve's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Goes in the back of Navone. Return the forehand to Sinner. Navone. Into the back end of Sinner. To the back end of Navone. Sinner back in again. As Navone goes down the line. Sinner's got it with a forehand. Navone backhand again to the Sinner backhand. As Navone cross-court forehand wide. 30-all. All right, serve again. 30-all. Sinner trying to just keep a hold. Serve again. Ace out wide. 40-30. There was an earthquake in the west of America last... Oh, really? We had an earthquake in Australia last week. I wasn't live. Usually I'm live for the earthquakes. But we had an earthquake the other day too. I was watching TV, and about 12:30 a.m., I heard this massive bang, and I thought like it was windy and maybe a tree fell down or something. But my best friend messaged me and go, "Did you hear that?" And I'm like, I mean, yeah, how the hell did you hear that wind? We don't live close. What the hell? And she was telling me, like, she's like, yeah, the whole house shook. And I'm like, I didn't feel that. It was only a 2.7 for us, but it was it's crazy. 4.1 in Tennessee and not the West. Oh, okay. We have earthquake every day in Italy. Well, there you go. All right, 3-0. But yeah, earthquakes. I think earthquakes is probably the. I mean, I haven't dealt with that many natural disasters, but I feel like earthquakes are such. They're so scary because you're just so helpless. Not that you can do much in any. I mean, if there's a fire, you can run away, right? If there's a tornado, you can get out of the way. You can get away, right? When there's an earthquake, you can't do anything. Like, you can run, but it's still gonna be there. I know tornadoes are, but you have kind of a warning with tornadoes, I guess. Whereas earthquakes come out of nowhere. You don't know. There's no warning. There's no like, oh, earthquake in 20 minutes. Like, it doesn't happen. There's aftershocks. And while there's an earthquake happening, you can't do anything. You just have to hang on. Like, it's just, you know what I mean? Sucks. It's just I felt so helpless, you know, with the earthquakes. It's just there's just no warning. There's just nothing. It's scary, yeah. Tsunami. I mean, like tsunamis again. There's warnings. Like, you get warned, but earthquakes don't come with warnings. You know, it just happens. Back into the forehand Sinner. Forehand now from Navone into the forehand Sinner as Navone backhand goes long. 15-30. And they're so instant too, right? They're just like bang, earthquake. You know what? 15-30. Earthquake, and there was no earthquakes coming, but my dog was asleep the whole time. Didn't even hear the bang. So I was like, my dog didn't hear anything. Japan has earthquakes nearly every day. That's not true. I went to Japan. I didn't have one earthquake. I was there for 5 days. 0 earthquakes. But I get what you mean. They're very, very common. Anyway, 15-30. As we'll serve now the forehand Sinner. Return goes in the back of Navone. Sinner forehand into the forehand Navone on the stretch. Sinner again to the forehand Navone. Backhand it from Sinner. Into the backhand Navone. That's a great winner down the line. Solid backhand. 30-all. Japan's the most seismic area in the world. Yeah. Well, has Japan had an earthquake lately? Maybe they had one. I was there. I know that the buildings in in Japan are built so good for earthquakes that you can barely, like, they're barely noticeable for the small ones. Maybe the big ones, obviously, but. Scary stuff. Anyways, back to the tennis. 30-all. Is it a backhand rally? Navone cross court. Sinner goes down the line. Navone forehand on the stretch, goes in the net. Sinner too good. 30-40. 30-40. Break point. Sinner in the middle of the second. Naomi Osaka's up 5-3 final set. Nice. All right. 30-40. 30-40. Navone. He serves. A fault. Second serve. Serve to the back of the Sinner. Return goes to forehand Navone. Sinner forehand into the net. And we get to deuce. Sinner's mum, by the way, is very nervous. Very nervous. I don't think I've ever seen Sinner's mum in the house. I've definitely seen Sinner's dad. He's been there a lot, but I don't think I've seen Sinner's mum there before. But obviously being a massive occasion of his comeback makes sense. Backhand to backhand rally. Sinner goes down the line to the forehand of Navone. Forehand from Sinner. Again the forehand of Navone. And Sinner forehand again to the forehand of Navone. Sinner on the stretch. Hits it long. Advantage Navone. I know how she feels, yeah. All right, advantage Navone. Navone to just stay in front in this second set. His mum was only there when he received the number 1 trophy. Oh, okay. Fair enough. And the backhand return now from Sinner into the forehand of Navone. Sinner backhand to the backhand of Navone. Sinner with a forehand again to the backhand of Navone. Into the backhand of Sinner as Navone forehand cross. Sinner gets it. As Navone backhand into the backhand again of Sinner. And Sinner on the attack. Navone slice. Sinner forehand. Winner. And he gets back to deuce.
This is going to be on Tennis TV, bro.
Back to deuce. All right, deuce. His dad works as a chef? Yeah, I heard that. All right, advantage is gone, and we're back to deuce. Navone serves again. Into the back of the Sinner return. Into the front of Navone. Sinner backing on the stretch. Goes down the line for a winner. Oh, yes. That's the shot. That's a shot. Advantage Sinner. The crowd get excited. I'll tell you this, chat. The crowd are definitely not... It doesn't... Like, they're chanting, but it doesn't feel so much as like a football, like, wild, crazy crowd. It feels more like almost like a concert, like a rock or like a concert, right? Like a music concert where it's like, they're like, yeah, but they're also like very like, it's not like people are like ripping the chairs out and throwing things. It's like they're fired up, but it's respectfully. I don't know. It's a weird sound. Like, it's not like a wild crowd. It doesn't sound like a wild crowd. Is it a backhand rally? But they're still roaring, but it's almost like like I said, like a concert or something, like a music, like a concert. Forehand rally. Sinner with a drop shot. Navone hits a slice down the line, but it's long. And Sinner gets another break point. Yeah, like even then he won the point and somebody whistled and then everyone's like, it's very, like, respectful. It's a good energy. Osaka wins. Nice. Good comeback. All right, advantage Sinner. Advantage Sinner to take the break in the second. Serving the back in the Sinner. Return goes out just. Back to deuce. Navone hanging on. Back to deuce. Back to deuce. As Navone serves another fault, second serve. Probably more of appreciation, a feeling of appreciation that he's back in the arena. True. There's a 4-1 rally. Sinner, great shot. Navone slice. Sinner comes in. 4-1 inside out. Oh no, he stayed back though. Navone in the net. Sinner wins the point either way. Advantage Sinner to get the break in the middle of this set. Advantage Sinner. Advantage Sinner. Fourth break point. As a default second serve. As a return. Goes the backhand to Navone. Sinner with the backhand. Into the backhand to Navone. That goes long. And Sinner gets the break. 4-3 in the second. 4-3. 4-3. All right. Sinner with the set and the break. All right. How we doing, chap? What is up? Today is the Japan Parade in New York. Nice. Enjoy. By the way, don't forget to sub if you haven't already. We're trying to get to 250,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So appreciate everybody who has subscribed. And we're going to be watching every Jannik Sinner match we can this year. Sinner looks beatable by players like Alcaraz. I mean, Alcaraz could always beat Sinner. What are you trying to say? Do you think he'll be tearful at the end of his match? I don't think Sinner will be tearful. I think he'll be. I don't think he'll be tearful. He'll probably be grateful and maybe show some emotion, but I don't think he'll cry. Yeah, emotional. Yeah, I think he'll be emotional in like a maybe not like a screaming and falling to his knees kind of way, but like I think in the interview he's probably very like grateful. Like there'll be a lot of gratitude to be able to play again and being in front of the crowd and all that stuff and coming back in this tournament, right? As Navone hits a lovely winner, 15-love, but I don't think he will cry. I don't think he'll be tearful, I should say. Then you never know. Maybe he will be. Maybe he will be tearful. Maybe, would have been a stressful time. And this whole thing started technically it started over 12 months ago, right? When he got tested positive for the first time in Indian Wells. So it's been over 12 months, this whole thing. For him, for us, it's been since August or September last year, August last year. The ban's obviously only been 3 months, but the process of the whole thing has been over 12 months, if you think about it that way. From middle of Indian Wells, or middle of March, I should say, last year, to now. He's had and now today's the day that it's over, or at least today's the match that puts an end to it. All right. Love 30. Navone better break back. Not over yet. Served in the tee. Into the backhand of Navone. Sinner forehand. Navone with a pass. Sinner with a volley. Winner. Ooh, that was clean.
This is going to be on tennis TV, bro.
Mr. Clean, chat. It's Mr. Clean. 15-30. That was a clean volley winner. And that's not really Sinner's shot. I mean, Sinner doesn't really go for the volleys. Not his favorite shot, not his best shot, but that was clean. 15-30. Sinner serves again. Into the forehand of Navone. Return goes into the forehand of Sinner. He puts it away. 30-all. 30-all. Some guy's got a shirt of his own face and then Sinner's face in a heart. It wasn't even a photo with Sinner. It was just like he took a selfie with him and then just cut his face out and then got Sinner's face. And then put it on a shirt. It takes a different kind of person to wear your own face on your shirt. I mean, I can understand if it was just Sinner, but like he took his own face on that. That's wild. Anyway, he's forward to the backhand slice of Navone. Sinner with a forehand again. The backhand of Navone sliced. And Sinner, another slice. The backhand slice. Navone. Sinner with a forehand down the line. Navone's got it with a backhand cross. Sinner down the line backhand. Navone gets with a forehand on the stretch. And then Sinner hits it wide. Nice hitting from Navone. 30-40. That is dedication. Yeah, that's a different level of confidence. You got to wear that all day? That's wild. Respect to that guy. He is like, I'm proud to love Sinner. 30-40. Breakback point. $30-40. Sinner with the serve. As we get a return out of the back of the Sinner. Down the line to the front of Navone. Sinner. Oh, in the net! Navone breaks back. 4-all. All right. 4 games all. Navone says, we're not finished. Not yet. A little bit of a sloppy game there, Sinner. I mean, that last forehand would have been a winner had it not hit the tape and gone and not made it. But that was a little bit of a sloppy game by Sinner. He's hit a lot more errors than usual today, obviously. You'd expect that. But, yeah. We're going to serve now the back end of Sinner. Return goes backhand to Navone. Sinner with a forehand to the forehand of Navone. The back end of Sinner. Navone forehand. Sinner on the stretch goes cross court. Navone goes down the line. Sinner's there. Puts up a lob. Goes in. There's Navone forehand to the forehand of Sinner. Navone forehand again. Sinner gets it. There's Navone on the attack again. Sinner's just defending. As Navone forehand inside out. Sinner with a slice again. Goes out. Nice work, Navone. And he waves his finger to the crowd, but they're not giving him it. They're like, we respect you, but we're not going to cheer for you. He's like, I love that point. And he forgot where he was. 15-love. He didn't quite get the reaction, I think, that he wanted, Navone, because it was a great point. But he forgot where he was. You got to be waving the finger after it's celebrating against their champion. They're not going to like that. 15-love. It's a great point, though. Deserved to cheer. Forehand from Sinner. That's a great shot. Navone gets it, and then Sinner with a drop volley. Navone slice in the net. And it's 15-all. 15-all. There was a polite applause, but they were kind of just thinking, hang on a second, don't celebrate. 15-all. Do you think the drop-off is due to lack of matches, play stamina? I think it's lack of match play for sure. As with a shank from Navone. Got a louder cheer than his great rally. 15-30. Chance for Sinner to break and then serve the match. 15-30. And Navone serves. The back end of Sinner. Return goes wide, and it's 30-all. 30-all. As we just serve again from Navone. That's a fault. Second serve. Serving to the back end of Sinner. Return goes back into Navone. Sinner. Backhand to the back end of Navone. And Sinner forehand down the line. Navone's got it with the backhand cross. Sinner runs around, hits a forehand inside out. The back end of Navone is with a forehand rally. Now again to the back end of Sinner. Navone just defending as Sinner comes to the net. Navone puts up a lob. Sinner lets it bounce. And then hits a smash. And that's a winner.
Unbelievable.
Okay. 30-40. Sinner with a break point. To break and serve for the match. $30-40. Serve the back in the Sinner. Return goes to forehand Navone. Sinner. Forehand again to the forehand Navone. Navone hits it out. Sinner's going to serve for the match. As he shakes his fist towards Darren Cahill. 5-4 Sinner. Sinner's going to serve for his first win in 105 days. All right. By the way, Joe, I just want to say thank you, everybody, for being respectful today. I asked politely, and I'm glad that certain words haven't been used, so I'm appreciating that. So thank you. Thank you. And hopefully the Sinner fans in the chat who have been waiting for this day for 3 months, it's been good. And you've had fun. Thanks for your mid-match polite ask. It definitely helped. Yeah, look, I get people have like their favorites and stuff, but today is a celebration of Sinner returning, and a lot of people have waited a long time for this, so I didn't want them to think that they were coming into a Twitter thread. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that everyone's on their best behavior, because it should be a celebration of a return of the best player on the planet. When's Roger going to be inducted in the Hall of Fame? Probably 2027. 5 years he has to wait to get. You have to be out of the game for 5 years. All right, 5-4, Sinner serving for the match. And his first win since the Australian Open final in 2025. January 26. That was the last time he won a match. As he serves out wide. And Navone hits it long on the return. 15-love. Does the win count as a continuation of the matches he's won in a row? Yes, it does. I don't know how many he's won in a row, but yeah, the streak continues. The streak continues. As we just serve again from Sinner. Into the backhand of Navone. Sinner with a forehand to the forehand Navone. Sinner down the line. Navone gets a backhand pass. Sinner with a volley. And it goes long. 15-all. 15-all. 15 all. Serve again. As he serves again, Sinner 3 points away. 15 all. As the return goes out by Navone, 30-15. Serve again from Sinner. 30-15. Into the forehand Navone. Return goes to forehand to Sinner. Navone back in on the stretch. Sinner. Forehand again to the back of Navone. Sinner. Forehand cross. Navone with a pass. Sinner with a volley. Is good. Navone gets it. Hits a winner. Nice recovery from Navone. 30 all. 30 all. 30 all. As Sinner serves again. $30 all. As Sinner serves again. 2 points away. He serves a fault. Second serve. Into the forehand of Navone. Down the line to the back of Sinner. Navone. Into the forehand of Sinner as Navone with a forehand cross. Sinner gets it. Again to the forehand of Navone. Into the back of Sinner on the stretch. Navone again to the Sinner backhand. He goes down the line to the forehand of Navone. Sinner. Forehand cross. Navone gets it. Hits it long. Sinner's got match point. 40-30. Match point to Sinner. To take his spot in the third round and win his first match since the Australian Open final in January. And return to his winning ways. All right, 40-30. Sinner serves. And Navone hits it out. Jannik Sinner is back, baby. He's back. Woo! He's back in black. And he's got a big smile on his face. Chat, the ATP just got a lot more serious. The king has returned. You can't be playing sloppy anymore. Sinner's back. You better be at your best or you're not going to win nothing. You better be playing better than you have been in the last 3 months. That goes for everybody. Everybody's on notice now. Sinner's back. You better lift. None of this, I'll just play good every other week. No. Every week you play, Sinner's going to be there. You got to be better than you were. That goes to everybody who's played in the last 3 months. The standard has lifted. Okay. Sinner's back, baby. And he gets the win. It was not the best quality match he's ever played, but it's to be expected, right? We didn't expect him to come out here and not hit any errors, but a solid performance against a solid clay quarter. That's what he needed. By the way, Linear, thank you for the 5 gifted. Appreciate that. I saw that as match point was going. But there it is. If you are leaving, by the way, don't forget to sub on the way out. But Sinner is back, and he's going to take on the lucky loser, De Jong, who just took out Fokina, so that could be interesting. And also possibly Cerundolo in a 4th round, which is going to be a banger in a couple of days if that happens. GG's. Indeed. All right. De Jong beat Fokina and Fonseca. Yeah, I know. He beat Fonseca. I mean, that's a huge win. Interesting matchup. Yeah. Yep. Who is Cerundolo facing next? Fran has got Ovna, who beat Tiafoe. So Cerundolo, Ovner, Sinner, De Jong. So the likelihood that we're going to get Cerundolo versus Sinner is pretty high. And then maybe Ruud versus Sinner in the quarterfinals. I mean, yes or yes. Come on. Do we not want that? Or Berrettini. But I want Ruud versus Sinner. I think that's... I said this at the start of last week when the draw came out, or at the start of the week. When the draw came out, is Sinner's draw easy? No. On paper, no. Is it good for somebody to... Is it good for Sinner to have a draw like this in a short preparation for the French? Yes. He's playing clay quarters, or at least he's got a lot of clay quarters in front of him. You know, Navone today, De Jong, even though Fekina, it should have been Fekina, but De Jong, I think, played well last week. Well, he beat Fonseca, right? Cerundolo, clay quarter, right? And playing well. Ruud, great preparation, just won Madrid. And then possibly a semi-final against, Demonor, who's playing well, or maybe Mensik, who we know who's playing well. Maybe you want to put Marijan in there, played well here before. So it's not an easy draw, but it's a good draw for somebody who needs form quickly. And we know if Sinner plays better than he did today, he's probably not going to lose to most of those guys, right? So I'm excited. It's good to see Sinner back. He played, he was definitely playing some very high level tennis at times. That cold death stare. Wearing the all black, it was a whole thing. You sound like you did before Alcaraz beat Djokovic at Wimbledon. Massive declaration, have a way of coming back to bite you. What are you talking about? Why? What do you hate fun? What are you talking about? Why are you bringing up Wimbledon? What are you talking about, Wimbledon? Has Sinner bulked up since the last time we saw him? I don't know. Black is slimming, so I don't know. Couldn't tell. Love the crowd going nuts for Sinner. Don't know how he keeps his focus. Oh, yeah. They were having a great time. Oh, look, credit to Navone, though. He did put up a decent fight. By the way, Demonor's taking on Nardi. That's not easy for Demon. Definitely bulked up in the legs. Okay. Legs look bulkier. All right. People who come on here and try and school Cam baffle me. Yeah, I don't know what people are trying to prove. But it's fine. It's fine. I don't understand the questions half the time. Imagine a Sinner Runa final. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I could be up for that. I don't mind that. That'd be fun. $22-match win streak for Sinner now? Jeez. Happy for Sinner? Yeah. Great to see Sinner back. Kept my mouth shut out of respect, but glad the Sinner simping is finally over. Hey. We all have our favorites, and I get that. You don't like Sinner, it's fine. And I respect that you were respectful. Thank you for that. I just checked Fritz and Fekina are out. Yep, they are gone. His vengeance arc begins. Oh, man. Yeah, look, I appreciate everyone who doesn't like Sinner that was being respectful. Like I said, second match back, we'll go... look, besides the whole, look, we're not going to tolerate people coming in and being calling him a cheater and doping and all that bullshit that we dealt with, all right? We're not going to do that. Because he did 3 months, he did the time, right? He got, it's over, right? So we're not going to go back and be like, oh, you should have, people that are going to complain about what should have happened or any of that crap, we're not going to put up with that, right? Just like we don't put up with Swiatek, people coming in and being like, Swiatek's cheater. None of that shit, right? But we can back to banter and back to picking our favorites. If you're an Alcaraz fan, I just wanted the first match for Sinner to be back. Just to be nice, because it's once, if someone kicks off and starts saying one thing, and then people start getting angry, and then we start getting into a big mess. But back to normal, friendly rivalry, back on track in the second match. All right, first match back, we just wanted to be a nice time, and then the next match, besides all that doping BS and all that, crap that people like to, go on about, we're not going back to that. We're not visiting that again, all right? We're moving on. But if you're like a fan of Djokovic or Alcaraz and you want to come in here and have a little banter, that's fine. That's fine. That is fine. Just for this first match, just wanted to have a nice welcome back to Sinner, right? What's tomorrow's program? I got no idea. Matches are all over the place. It's kind of a shit show, so we'll wait and see. I really want Rune to beat Sinner in the front of the crowd. That would be... Rune Sinner, we love that match. I don't know why they don't like each other or why they seem to have a weird tension when they play, but I love that matchup. I would love to see that final. All right. Rune unlikely? Well, Rune won Barcelona beating Alcaraz, so how is he unlikely? He made the final of not like 2 years ago. Rune wouldn't be unlikely. How about a Sinkeraz final? I wouldn't mind that either. I would love that too. Draper, Rune, Sinner, Alcaraz last. I would love to see those guys all playing. But they're all in the same half of the draw, right? So Sinner's got his own draw, and then those three guys play each other. I think it's Draper, Rune, winner plays Alcaraz. So they're all like in the same quarter. So Sinner's not going to play all three. He's only going to play one of them. So pick your favorite. Yeah, Draper, Rune play round of 16, and then the winner plays Alcaraz in the quarters. So they can't be the last four. They have to be the... they have to be the... Sinner gets to play one of them. What are we watching tomorrow? I'm not sure. Probably Alcaraz and Sabalenka, or maybe, and others. I don't know. I haven't seen the... I've seen the schedule, but I just didn't want to... I got to get through... I got to go to bed, and then I got to wake up in like 5 hours, and then I'm going to figure it out. Hey, thank you, Italian, for the $8 super sticker. Appreciate that. Young Gun still playing. Rune, Feast, and Draper. Yeah, Feast and Menzik are still there too. So there's plenty of players still left. Not to mention, Fran Cerundolo is no pushover for Sinner in a fourth round. So we can't even be giving Sinner a final yet. He's got to get through Fran. And then there's Ruud. Casper Ruud's there too. And this is a slow clay court. So that's going to be interesting too. So don't think... We can't put Sinner in the final and then pick his opponent. We got to... He's got a long way to go to make the final. Also Berrettini as well, right? All right. Cerundolo will be his toughest early round for sure. Oh, yeah. Fran is so dangerous. Chat, it's 5 a.m. I got to leave. But we'll be back tomorrow for more Rome. Great to see Sinner back. Love that he's back. And it's so much fun to have. It just feels like with Sinner around, the standard of tennis is just going to get a whole lot better because he makes players have to play better. When he left for 3 months, the standard was good. Don't get me wrong. There was moments, right? We had great matchups, great matches at times, but consistency wasn't there. Sinner is going to force consistency. If you want to be good, as good as Sinner, you have to be consistent. So we're going to see if Alcaraz and Draper and Rune and Ruud and Zverev can all step up because Sinner brings that level of consistency and he's on a massive win streak. And he wins this one too. Ian Stray says it wasn't straightforward. A lot of errors, but for him. But he does win the match anyway. 6-3, 6-4. He is into the third round. We'll watch him in a couple of days' time. I'll see you tomorrow.